KRCG 13's Ashley Eddy joins us now in the studio after checking with local health officials on how many people in the state have been evaluated for the virus. Ashley?
Gladys, the officials with the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services tell me the state has seen around 50 people that have been evaluated for the virus, and less than 50 of those individuals qualified to get tested for the virus, with all the testings coming back negative. Officials say at this point, no one in Missouri is being monitored for the disease, but the state is prepared if that changes. Officials with the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services say they have been meeting daily for about a month to discuss the coronavirus with the CDC and local partners. Randall Williams, director for the Department of Health and Senior Services, says the biggest thing right now is making sure there are set plans if an outbreak in the state were to occur.
We very much have a plan in place based on experience that would be cabinet-wide, and so this is what we do, this is what we train to do, so we very much have a plan should we reach the point, which we're not at yet.
The plans consisting of working closely with hospitals and public health departments to make sure they are informed.
I spoke with all of them last Thursday just to make sure they're aware of their responsibilities and the state's responsibilities around mitigation efforts.
Chesney Schulte, the communicable disease coordinator for the Cole County Health Department, says they have been working to monitor anyone who may be at risk in the county.
Then we go through well, did they travel through China? Did they have a layover in any of these locations in mainland China? Did they get exposed to someone who is positive for coronavirus or under investigation for coronavirus?
Schulte says the CDC is constantly learning more about the virus being community spread.
Obviously, we're still looking at China to learn a lot about this COVID-19, but we're also looking at other community spread that's happening in other countries, not only China now.
She says when it comes to being prepared, the department is ready for the worst.
Stocks took a deep dive once again today. It comes as U.S. health officials say we should be prepared for the virus to spread here in the United States. I sat down with a local economics professor today, and he tells me why the market is reacting this way and what, if anything, that means for consumers. Here's the story from Columbia.
I don't think we're at a tipping point yet where we can say, oh, the world's going to go into recession, but every day this explodes until it gets under control. It can have those kinds of effects.
Joe Hashlag is an economics professor at MU. He says the spread of the coronavirus is plunging markets into the unknown as investors brace themselves for what comes next.
Financial markets don't like uncertainty, and so they react to this by insuring themselves and driving down stock prices.
For the second day in a row, stocks continued their slide Tuesday. The Dow down 3.1%, the S&P 500 stock losing 3% as well, and the Nasdaq dropping 2.8%.
The person who has an IRA or who has a 401k and they've invested in the stock market, they're poorer than they were 2 days ago.
The stock plunges are historic as news of more cases of the disease spread. The drop in the S&P 500 amounts to the sharpest two-day percentage decline for the index since August 2015, according to S&P Dow Jones indices. The Dow on Monday dropped more than 1,000 points, the blue chip index's biggest drop in 2 years. Haslag says it's hard to say when it'll stop.
We've just seen it kind of mushroom out, and until the mushrooming stops, we don't know how long the effects are going to be.